What got you into learning about AI?
Yeah, that's a good question, actually. So, I already told you. So, I work as a cybersecurity specialist. So, I've been working now for like 5 years now. I still do the job. On 2023, actually, when ChatGPT was released and stuff like that. So, it got all the hype. In my job, my company decided to use some AI feature and stuff like that. So, we had to play around with AI and use it. And it was interesting. And meanwhile, I was doing some business on my own and I started doing some automations, right, for my business, some side hustles. So I started doing some automations. Later on, I started integrating AI into my side hustle. It went well. So last year, 2025, I actually came here to South Asia. So I had like 6 months here, traveling here and there, and same time working, which is it was cool because I work remotely. And yeah, uh, I started getting interested in AI. I got some courses online, YouTube, and it was interesting. And when I went back in Morocco in March, if I remember, March 2025, that's it. I said I need to do something with it because I was following the news and everyone is like starting some kind of AI agency, AI automation stuff. And a lot of people actually are making money from it. I understand there's a lot of hype around it. And a lot of people, they just sell courses and that's it. So that's how I got started. So I always had this idea of doing actually content, right? I had an idea of doing content about fashion. I had an idea about doing content on fitness. But
Mm,
that was the moment when I decided that's it. This is interesting. This is something that nobody is doing in my country, in Morocco. So this is my moment to actually do it. I started. A lot of people actually liked it. A lot of people, like the first days, engaged with me, follows me, and that's how we started. Now I'm trying to actually bring all the knowledge that I learn day to day basis and share it with people, and it's going good.
mm, You mentioned the year when they introduced ChatGPT. Do you remember the feeling or what you were thinking when you first interacted with ChatGPT? Because I was mind blown.
It was, it was actually. Uh, I remember testing it out in my office, like in our headquarters, and it was really interesting. You can just ask it something and gives you some magic output. Uh, but while testing it day by day, you figure it out that there's a lot of mistakes. There are a lot of kind that needs to be actually audited, and yeah, but it was a cool thing. And from that day to now, we have completely different AI models, and the technology is moving fast, faster than anything we've seen before.
Right. It's crazy
Yeah,
how fast it's evolving and improving.
it is.
When I first interacted with ChatGPT, it reminded me of an episode from Black Mirror. I don't know if you watched Black Mirror.
No, I haven't watched it, but I see a lot of people actually setting the same example.
It was crazy. And also the movie Her. Have you do you know about the movie?
No, no, but I tell you this, I actually uh, always set this example of another series, which is, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but it's the Person of Interest.
Never
So
heard of
it's
it.
a great one as well, and it's kind of like predict prediction for what's gonna happen in the future, and machines will rule us, will tell the humans what needs to be done. And this is
Mhm.
exactly that I see, like the pattern that I see is going on.
So does it then scare you or excite you?
Well, I think it's more scary than excited
Mm. Why
because
do you
you can
say
see
that?
the news every day. Like AI is getting out of control, And a lot
Mm,
of people actually say, "Oh no, this is just some code, some algorithm that human did." Yes, they did it, but it's evolving. It's learning itself by itself. It can get out of control anytime, and it's happening. It's happening already.
right, right. I before this podcast, I finished reading that article on X that something big is happening. Have you read it?
Yes, I did. The guy,
What
the
do you
guy
think
is now
about it?
famous with this article.
He made some great points, man.
I did.
Wha-
Yeah.
What do you think about that article? What he said?
Yeah, I think a lot of things are true in his article, especially the point that a lot of people actually are underestimating what AI can do. Because a lot of, as I told you just now, a lot of people, they just think it's an algorithm, it's just some sort of code that cannot do something unless a human told it to do. But that's not how it works with AI. AI can develop its own stuff, and it can do a lot of stuff that human didn't actually program it to do, which is actually the same thing that he gave an example with, which is in code. A lot of people said that, no, it won't come to our country or it won't hit me. But like in matter of weeks, everyone is impacted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I still think they are not fully aware of how fast it's evolving. What would you say most people misunderstand about the current state of AI?
That's a good question. What? Okay. I think I would always uh, say the same point. A lot of people, they are using AI. 90% of people are using AI wrong. Similarly to what I said, they are underestimating AI and what AI can do. That's why we see now, like militaries, governments, they are fighting to get the AI into their systems. We can see what's happening with the US government and Anthropic just yesterday. And it's crazy what's going on. So people, I think a lot of people are not using AI the proper way. So some are using it for their benefits, they're making money from it. Some people, they actually think that AI is just like a chatbot. They can chat with it, get some answers. And
Mm.
that's the wrong way to do it, because that way you're hurting your skills, you're thinking more than you actually getting benefits from AI.
Mm. The point you made about if you outsource everything, even your thinking, you're losing your critical thinking, and that's I would say that's the wrong way of using AI. AI isn't tool, but I think you should still have those critical thinking, think on your own, right? Take time to think, not just immediately ask ChatGPT before trying to find the solution yourself first, and then if you still can't find it, then using AI tools to find a solution.
Yeah, I've been using I'm gonna be honest, I've been using AI the wrong way as well, like for almost 2 years until recently. I I said, okay, what am I doing? Like, I cannot even judge what AI can tell me, whether it's wrong, whether it's right. So I stopped doing that way. Now I'm just like, first of all, brainstorming my ideas, brainstorming what I want to do, how I think I should do that. Then using AI to think with me, not for me. And that way, you completely get the whole capabilities of AI. Because a lot of people say, "Oh, ChatGPT give me like um, suck answer. It doesn't really help me." You're using it wrong. That's why. When you
Mm,
know how to use it, when you make it think with you, and you give it all the context and how you think, then it would be more helpful than actually the way you're using it now.
mm. That's good point. I think you need to be able to write good prompts, like you mentioned, giving it all the information and clear goals and context. If you're able to do that, you get way better answers
Yeah,
than something short and way. vague question.
Exactly, yeah. So if you give it shitty input, it's gonna give you shitty output. That's the
Exactly.
way it works.
Yeah, that's a good one. If you give shitty input, you get shitty output.
And also, so there was an article which was published by Anthropic, which is the company that owns Claude. One of, in my opinion, it's the best model so far. They said the AI actually match your thinking. Always match your thinking. Don't expect like a good result if your inputs are really suck. So it's always match your patterns, your thinking. So people should really use it in a good way and flip their strategies.
Okay. So how can someone improve their input? Is there a website where they can learn about improving their, prompts, the
Well,
questions you ask?
there is some kind of frameworks that are people talking about it, and some AI companies are actually recommending to do. But with the current state of AI that we have now, it doesn't matter about the framework because people used to do like this framework identity. You give it an identity to the AI. For example, you want it to be, for example, uh, finance analyst. You give it the rule and the identity. Then you give it the goal. You give it the context and also the kind of output you want. This is normally the framework you should use to get your best result. However, there were some researchers that they said the current state of AI, no matter what framework you use, but only give it the context, no matter like you don't need to start. You are a financial analyst, act like this. I want you. No, that's not how AI works nowadays. AI is capable to understand his rule, his identity. Just give it the proper goal and context you want. You
Mm,
don't need like some magic prompt or some magic framework or getting like scammed by some framework prompts from people. You don't need that.
ah, right. Uh, Give me your opinion on this. I how Sometimes I ask ChatGPT, for example, I use mostly ChatGPT right now to write the prompt. So I give it the context and the goals because I know ChatGPT can write better prompts than me. I
Of
ask
course.
ChatGPT to write a more detailed, structured prompt, and then it gives me the prompt, and then I use that prompt to ask the question or let it create something. And in that way, I get much better output than if I were to write the prompt myself. What do you think about this?
I think that's a good approach to actually do the thing as well. However, uh, this trick I used to do is when I have a conversation with Claude or whatever AI model I'm using, whenever I have this conversation, at the end, when I get everything from it, I tell it what should be the prompt or what should I ask you next time to give me the same answer? What kind of structure I should? And it give me like a proper structure prompt. And that's the one I use next time.
Oh, okay. I haven't tried that one. That's a good tip.
Yeah.
So you said you use Claude. Why? What makes Claude the best?
It doesn't talk a lot. It does the job. I'm not saying okay, so people cannot get me wrong. I'm not saying ChatGPT is bad or Gemini is bad or Chinese model is bad. Every AI model, because we at this current state of AI we have now, every model is different than the other one. Everyone has its own capabilities and the pros and cons. All right. I would I would say that ChatGPT is like the generalist. It understands everything. I go to ChatGPT, I still use it. I brainstorm my ideas, I get everything. But once I want to get the job done, I go to Claude. Claude has a lot of capabilities inside it. I don't know, it just understands the context and it's a really good writer and it gives you more humanized writing than ChatGPT does. And this is like by experience from a lot of people. in the field, they say the same. And Gemini, I use it if I want to do some really deep research because Gemini, of course, they have Google. It's a Google company, and they have the access to a huge amount of data. So I use it for research mostly.
Mm. I've heard also from most people that Claude is much better at writing, like humanized writing.
Exactly, yeah. And Claude actually, they give you like this whole ecosystem. There are a lot of tools they give you. Give you Claude as a chatbot. They give you Claude Cowork, which is basically a digital employee. You give it one task and you just go away and it does the job. They have Claude Code. It's like the best coding agent that software developers, even companies that are adopting now. So they have this really good ecosystem that once you're using Claude, you'll never think of using something else.
Hmm. Yeah, I haven't really tried Claude yet.
Should
I should, huh?
trust me. Trust me, you're gonna be impressed.
Mm. Back then, it didn't had the memory feature, but
Yeah.
they introduced the memory feature now as well, right? So
Yes, yes. All of
yeah.
them now.
Mm.
All of them have like a great, like a big context window, and the memory stays there. Can remember everything about you.
Mm. You mentioned briefly about doing research with Gemini. Have you tried the Notebook LM website from
Yes,
Google?
I love it.
Yeah,
I
it's great
love
for
it. I love
research.
it. I did many reads about it on my content. It's a great way to brainstorm your ideas. To I don't know. I feel like it's the most underrated AI tool you can use is Notebook LM. It's really good,
Right, not a lot of people knows about
bro.
Notebook LM.
Imagine you can give it a link of YouTube and gives you all the inputs. Like you can get slides, you can get I don't know graphics. It's crazy.
Even podcast,
Yeah, even
they
podcasts.
generate
Yeah, crazy.
podcasts.
And they still add in features and feature every time. Every week I go, they have a new feature introduced. It's
Hmm.
crazy.
Yeah, I would highly recommend everyone to go to Notebook LM and try it out.
Did you hear news about like the? Because I say this, but I don't think you're following the news too much. I'm not sure
Not
about
really.
the U.S. government and Anthropic, a company of Claude. Yesterday, you didn't hear actually.
Well, I haven't heard it
All
yet.
right. So this is what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, AI is gonna destroy the world. Sometime. I don't know. All right. So what's happening is that the it's actually started when the U.S. government actually went to Venezuela and abducts the president Maduro, right? And then a few weeks later, Anthropic, like they discovered that U.S. government, with the help of Palantir, which is a big company that provides softwares for the military and stuff, they used Claude. They used Claude to actually capture Maduro.
Wow, how?
Yeah. So Anthropic or the CEO didn't like it, and he actually pointed out to Palantir because they have a like a long term contract with them, and they said, "Why did you use our model to such?" For them, this is like political, so AI shouldn't be involved in that. And later on, the U.S. government, which is like the Department of War, they
Hmm.
said to Anthropic because Anthropic actually is the only company that's that is investing, and they do it every month mostly. They release some articles, some experiments about AI safety and how AI can be used if it happened to be in the wrong hand, it can be used like harmfully. So they said to Anthropic because they have a contract with them, like $200 million, I guess. They said you need to reduce or you need to remove the guardrails or the limits on your model so we can use it in our military purposes. So they wanted to use it for uh, uh, mass destruction and to use it on autonomous weapons. So they want to use it in
Wow.
like in war, basically in war. And Anthropic said no, we cannot do that. That's not our values. That's what they said. And the US government, they give them like 2 weeks to actually do it. Otherwise, they're gonna flag them as a supply chain risk. And so people can understand what supply chain risk means is all the companies that do business with the US government cannot use the Anthropic model, which is cloud. And that's, I don't know, I would assume that's like $30 billion market or something like that. So Anthropic, after 2 weeks, just yesterday, they declined. They said no, we cannot actually remove the guardrails. We cannot remove the boundaries around our model, and you cannot use it for these purposes. And even Trump went on a tweet yesterday. He said he just like said some bad thing about the CEO of Anthropic, and he said this is a radical company, and I uh, I say now to all the companies that they should not use the company model anymore, and we're gonna do the necessary so they cannot be in business, basically. And a few hours later, they actually signed the contract with OpenAI, which is the company's ChatGPT instead.
Wow, crazy. Respect for the CEO of Anthropic, man.
Yeah, I think. All right,
Damn.
so it may be maybe it could be marketing as well because a lot of people now are backing the Anthropic and they are canceling their subscription from OpenAI because they signed the same deal that's actually Anthropic refused to sign it. I think it would be on their benefits, but I'm not sure if they're actually gonna hold in their promise later on because
Mm,
this is business. I don't know.
yeah, yeah. At the end of the day, it's business. They need to survive.
But using AI to destroy people, crazy.
That is crazy. Yeah, it's getting to that point now, huh?
And the argument that actually the CEO of Anthropic or Anthropic in general raises about why they declined that is because the AI, with its current state, it's not safe. They are not sure if tomorrow AI you use it on weapon and it's gonna destroy some innocent people. They don't know. AI is not safe. They say it's not even safe, and they always like share some feedback. They use it on experiment. There are a lot of articles they released about using AI in to to blackmail people to do some risky stuff, and AI actually does it. So
Right, right, right. I think it's good that we should find ways to do it safely before it gets out of hand.
exactly, yeah,
Wow, it's getting very serious, and
it
it's
is.
evolving and improving really fast. It's like exponential growth. How would you advise someone to be up to date and to adapt with the time?
All right, so there are two things I see from my perspective and the way I see people are using or are following AI news. There is first group that actually follows the news, right? But in the meantime, they have like this set of stack, for example, two AI tools or three they focus on, and that's their way to go to use it, right? And there's the second group who follows the news and never do the action. So it just tells you, oh, today is a new AI tool, tomorrow is a new AI tool. 1 week, the AI is shifting fast, right? And at the end of the day, they will feel like overwhelmed with all the news they got, and they will feel like they are left behind, basically. And it happened to me like maybe 6 months ago. I started following the news every morning, every afternoon before I go to sleep. I see all the hype about AI, all the influencers, all the content creator, they like tell you this is the best AI model you can use. This is the best AI tool you can use. This is how you can generate videos. This is how I understand a lot of hype around it. A lot of content creators are just doing some collaborations with brand. but not all people are actually protecting themselves from this news. So I would actually advise people to, of course, follow the news because AI can really be different in the next week or the next month. It's improving really fast. But in the meantime, you shouldn't just go and test every AI tool in the market because all the best people that are using AI actually they don't know everything. They know few tools or maybe one or two tools, but they master it. They know how to use it properly, and they are the best. So it's not about like the quantity; it's about how you actually use it.
Right, right. Being up to date, watching the news about AI, think it's important. Being up to date and like not trying out everything, but getting good at some AI tools and having a good knowledge about how to use AI as a tool for your advantage, for productivity, for learning, etc. I think it's good. Not just ignore the AI fully. I think
No,
we
that's
should
a mistake in my opinion.
right, right. I think we should learn to adapt with it.
Because
Mm,
the overwhelm actually the overwhelm because I felt it sometimes. The overwhelm in any field, it's not about AI or any field you can think of, doesn't come from a lot of information actually floated on you. It comes from the lack of actions. If you receive a lot of information and you do nothing about them, then you feel overwhelmed. But if you do the action, if you try something out, you're not gonna feel overwhelmed.
mm. Right, right, right. You do need to take action,
Of
definitely.
course.
In the blog post, he mentioned you should use the best tool possible and pay for the subscription. Do you think it's worth paying for the subscription? And do you think most people should?
I think so. I think it's actually worth it to pay for a subscription. I used to use all the models without paying, right? It's not the same capability. It's not the same. Once you pay for it, then you actually unlock the capabilities they have. Free models are not as you're gonna expect. They don't do much. So I think yeah, subscribing to it's not about which because this is question I see that now is wrong. Uh, Today, the good question is which AI model or which AI, with, whether it's ChatGPT, whether it's Grok or Gemini or Claude, which one is actually good at what I want to do, at my task. As I told you before, every AI model now has its own pros and cons. So you should just know which one is best for the job. It's not which one is the best and you ignore the others. Then you're
Mm.
actually stupid.
That's a good point. You should try out the different ones and then see which one suits you the best.
Exactly.
And maybe for one task you use the like say ChatGPT. For the other, you might use Gemini or Claude.
Exactly.
Mm,
But
that's a
you
good
shouldn't pay
one.
you shouldn't pay for them all. That's stupid. That's stupid.
Mm. So you would recommend paying for one and then using the
Yeah,
free models?
yeah. I would always stick with ChatGPT free version because I always go to it to brainstorm and get some general knowledge.
Mm. So right now we are mainly talking about LLMs. How do you see it evolving in, let's say, the next 5 years?
I don't think that's something we can actually predict. So I think it should because at the current state of AI, if we look at the technology, it's the same since 2000. I would say like before ChatGPT came out, there was an I think in 2017, which is it's like the milestone that happened, which actually introduced ChatGPT and all the large language model. There was this article that was introduced by some researchers from Google, which called "Attention is all you need," and that's what actually shifted the whole artificial intelligence technology. And that article was like the whole point. It talked about transformers, and that what made AI as smart as it is now. I think the next 5 years or 4 years, if we don't have uh, any breakthrough in some researchers, maybe on some AI labs that actually found something or some algorithm or some mechanism to make AI more and more reliable. I don't. It's gonna stay like this. We can see that the model are getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but the mechanism itself and the technology itself is not evolving much.
Mm, interesting. I was thinking the opposite, that it might that we cannot predict how fast it will improve and how good it will get in like 4 years because it's
Yeah, I'm not
exponential.
against the idea. Yeah, I agree with you. We cannot predict, but I'm thinking like to take it from A to like a whole different AI, because AI now is at current state. Even companies don't trust it to use it now. You can
Hmm.
we hear in the news that, oh, this company laid off like 4,000 employee or 10,000 employee because of AI, but everybody knows that an excuse to actually lay them off and hire some other people maybe in India or somewhere else with less salaries. That's how they do it, and they got exposed later on. So
Mm,
what I'm saying is that in order to for AI to be more reliable, uh, more trustworthy, and companies can actually trust it, because now you cannot trust it. A lot of incident happened. A lot of companies lost millions of dollars because of AI. We need some breakthrough. We need some researchers actually bring in some new stuff, just like what happened in 2017. It can
mm,
be tomorrow, can be in 1 year, could be in 5 years, but we don't know.
mm. Right, right. A big breakthrough. Oh, what do you think about now AI creating better AIs?
Ooh. Yeah, self-evolving. All right.
Yeah.
So AI is training AI. I don't have a lot of information about that, but there a lot of AI labs are actually trying now to do the same. But I think if AI is producing some wrong data, some wrong information, we're just gonna feed the wrong data to the next model, and it's gonna be
Mm,
bad. It's gonna be suck as well. So I don't think that's a good approach. I don't know. I'm not an AI engineer or I'm machine learning or uh, someone who's really deep in AI, but I think that's my idea.
mm. Because I read it in that article that uh, OpenAI used it to create the latest model. Not fully, of course, there were engineers, controlling and checking everything. But I think they did mention that most of the coding, the AI did it
It's
themselves.
not Yeah, it's not like to create the whole model. They actually used it to fine tune the
Mm,
next model, which is the Codex 5.3. And even Anthropic did this as well. A lot of their solutions they actually was made mostly 100% by their models. But still, I don't think AI in somehow will just build another AI unless they have like the correct data, because the base models, you need a human in the loop. You need a human to actually evaluate in the training process. When they train the large language model, there is this phase where human actually can evaluate and actually say whether this is a good response or this is a bad response in the phase of training. But if you're just gonna use AI to do it to AI, you don't know what's going inside. It's just like a black box. You don't know.
mm. That's a good point. I think we are not at that level yet where we can fully trust the AI to feed the
Exactly.
correct data. I think there always should be like a supervisor who is checking everything. Mm. What about I
It needs to be built from scratch. The next model, if it needs to be good, it needs to be built from scratch as well.
from scratch? Uh, Last year I heard this year will be the year of agents, AI agents.
Yeah.
What do you think about AI agents?
All right. So what I think about AI agents, I think that the term itself is a, I don't know, a lot of people use it, but misuse it. When they use it, they misuse it. I think yes. So last year, they said the same thing. 2024. They said 2025 is going to be the AI agent era. It did happen, but not the not the way that people thought. But I think 2026, especially with the I don't know, like the hype around OpenClaw, which is CloudBots, like the autonomous AI agent that actually happened, which is a lot of people like they see it as a breakthrough or some wow moment. But if you think really about it, uh, just the same AI, but with the autonomy and the like 100% permission to do whatever it wants. So you're risking your data, you're risking your security and stuff like that. You're giving it to the AI to do everything. I think uh, a lot of companies now, big companies, are going towards AI agents and deploying it on their current workflow. It's working, but a lot of them they actually use human in the loop. It's always there is a human who actually uh, not supervising, but who approved and who see what AI is doing wrong. And I think 2026 would be the year of AI agents.
Mm. Do you think we will get to a point where it will be like Jarvis from Iron Man?
you know, a lot of people actually, when OpenClaw was released, they call this Jarvis and they give it a voice and they come home and say Jarvis. That's crazy. Maybe nothing is impossible nowadays. Nothing
Mm.
is impossible. Sometimes I wonder. Sometimes I wonder myself. Like I say, what if I don't know, like companies, the US, the government, the military. What if because they have the technology we'll never see. They're always like years ahead of us. Sometimes I wonder, what do they have? If we have this current state of AI, if we have this technology, what do they have?
Mm.
Because they always like they will never release something to the public unless they have more than that. So I
Mm.
think yeah, this will be real in a few years.
That's a good question to ask. What do they have? Like, how advanced is the technology that they have that they're not
Of course.
showing yet?
Throughout the history, the military is always like years and years ahead, especially like the big company, the big countries.
Mm. Do you think we will ever reach the what's the thing?
AGI,
AGI.
uh, artificial general intelligence. I know some people say it's here, some people say it's not, like maybe in 2027. But I think, what would I say? It's already general. I don't know how people actually understand AGI, but I think a lot. If you know how to use AI agents now, use and you know how to use the whole ecosystem of AI. You know how to use MCPs. You know how to use tools. You know how to feed data to AI agent. I think you already have AGI. Why would you need to wait for AGI? Something I don't know how advanced can it be, but AI now is more powerful than ever. Oh, I'm not sure what structure or how advanced it can be. They release
Yeah.
benchmark every week, and every benchmark says this AI actually scored 100% on mathematics, scored 90% on SWE benchmark. So,
Mm.
what are we waiting for? Like 100%?
Right. I don't know, man. I'm curious to know what they define, AGI. Some say it's it's never going to happen. Some say, yeah, like you mentioned, it's already here. But
Yeah,
I'm curious to know what they they mean by AGI.
it's like so. AGI is artificial general intelligence. It's AI is capable of, I don't know, like doing any job that human can do, right? And I see with the releases now that, especially Anthropic, they released a lot of plugins, a lot of workflows for finance, for legal, for, I don't know, like software. It's already expanding to more and more because AI started with, I don't know, coding. A lot of people, a lot of software developers are actually afraid of AI. They say AI will replace us. And the other jobs, they said, oh, AI cannot do our job properly and can only do what software developers actually do. But we need to understand that why actually AI companies focused on coding and to actually uh, get AI to be good at coding, because everything started with softwares and coding. Every tools that other jobs use, it's just software. So if you make AI good at coding and faster, then the other jobs just like will follow, right? So
Mm,
that's how, and we can see it now. We can see it. A lot of companies are moving towards other jobs, finance. We can see like even cybersecurity now, which is my my job. I'm not saying that we'll replace that because I see that AI and cybersecurity are two fields that will evolve together because we can, at this current, we cannot trust AI, so we need cybersecurity in parallel with it. So we need AI safety and guardrail and stuff like that.
mm. Yeah, I'm curious. Personally, I'm curious about your job. Can you tell us a little bit about what it is? Because
All right. So th- in the few years that I started, it's quite different than it is now. But I used to be like in the first line of defend against like attacks on the company. So I work in a company and we have this SOC, which is like security operations system. Um, no, SOC. I forgot. Security Operations Center. Sorry, I said system. So Security Operations Center, and there are a lot of people inside it, and the whole job or the whole job of SOC is actually protecting the company from the hackers and attackers and stealing data and stuff like that. So that was my my job. That's what I used to do like for 3 years or more, just every day doing incidents, respond, and like having like the capabilities to actually and the skills. And that's one thing that I actually liked about the first job, which is still in the same company, but the first thing that I did is you have the same thing as AI. You need to be always up to date. Cybersecurity is evolving the same thing as AI does. Every day there is a new vulnerabilities. There is a new hacker group that targeting some systems in a new way. So we always have to actually read the news and like doing like some testing in order to actually be ready for what's going on. But now I'm more of a like specialist that I help the company actually to integrate a lot of security solutions and to actually secure the data and from being exfiltrated or from being leaked to threat actors.
mm. And how are you guys implementing AI into cybersecurity?
Well, everyone is using AI now, but I don't know if that's something I can say because it's confidential.
Oh, okay. Then you
Yeah,
probably
it's
shouldn't.
actually a confidential project that the company is working on, so I wouldn't like to go into details for that. But yeah, the company itself is a big company. It's like it's a Nasdaq company. So it's a huge company. So I think they are moving toward the agentic AI as well. They're deploying their own AI tools, their own AI agents, which I think it would be helpful in the near future because they they work with a lot of giant companies in the customer support, in the service area. So agentic AI is a necessity by now.
Agentic AI. Okay, let's talk about your personal daily life. How do you use AI daily?
All right, that's a good question. So first thing, I wake up in the morning, already have some automations going on that send me all the trending news. And so what I did before that, what I did a couple of months ago. Sure. All right. So first thing, a few months ago, I actually gave AI the ability to scrape all my social media. So get my transcript, uh, like the topics that I talk about, and I trained it to actually create scripts and actually to focus on getting me news and content that I talk about in my content. So when I did it, I create an automation for it, and now every morning that I wake up, I receive news. I open my Telegram and I got the whole news that happened in the last 24 hours or maybe 48 hours, which typically like 90% of them are something that my audience and me are interested on. So mostly I use them for my content, and I also find some ready to go scripts to actually use. That's the
Wow.
first thing I do in the morning. Uh, then I always I have some courses that always I like to learn in the morning. That's where I have like my 100% energy. So I just like get 1 hour, read some articles, go to some YouTube, some courses, or some. I use mostly this deep learning platform, which they have like the latest technologies, the latest courses on all the tools that are available. I just go there, watch some 3, 4 videos, and in the meantime, do some practice with all the tools that I have. And that's how I stay up to date, and also not just hear the news, but also uh, having actions on them.
Mm.
That's
Okay.
how I use it.
Is that a specific website that people can go on to learn about AI?
All right. So the only website I use is deep learning dot. Okay, let me see. I think it's deep learning. All right. So it's deeplearning.ai. So
Deeplearning.ai.
yeah, so the founder of this website is actually one of the famous people in the AI industry, and a lot of people actually respect him for what he does. So the deep learning they have all the AI tools you can actually, or you can learn all the foundation and the basics, even if you are like know nothing about AI. So that's how I got my foundations as well. I got there with no idea what AI is, how it works, how large language model actually operates uh, behind the scenes. So I got there. I almost finished like 30 courses by now on their platform, and it's really good. It's really really good. So I really advise everyone to go there and learn first of all the basics, because
Mm.
that's what matters always.
Yeah, man. Thank you for sharing. I think there are a
Yeah,
lot of people who wants to learn about AI and be up to date with that, but don't know where they can start.
it's important. It's important to always get the foundations first, then move to the next. Okay, let me just adjust my camera up. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
There you go. Right. In almost anything you learn, I think it's good to start from the basics, the foundation first.
Exactly.
What would you say are, let's say, jobs or career that wouldn't get that affected by AI?
Hmm. I think I think people that do sales and marketing, man. Sales
Why
and
is that?
marketing, because sales and marketing it actually involves like the human emotions, and to understand like the human you're gonna sell something to. and AI cannot do that. A lot of companies actually try to use AI as a first line, for example, answering calls or like giving refunds, and their customers actually got upset, and now they are just hiring back humans because they fired humans. Now they are hiring back humans. It happens to one of the biggest companies, which is Salesforce, and it happened to Klarna as well. A lot of them, like last year, they actually lay off like a lot of thousands and thousands of employees, and now they are regretting it.
Mm, sales and
I think
marketing.
sales and marketing for sure.
So don't you think there will be there will come a point when the AI is so good that they can do all the sales calls more advanced, more natural?
I think yes, and we've seen a bit of that with the model that was released by NVIDIA recently. It's still on the beta mode. It's not yet ready to production. I've tried it. I've talked about it in my content. It's insane what the voice model they released can do. It really like talked like 100% like a human with the emotions, with the way we interrupt each other, the way we I said like the how we talk. It's crazy good. And the good thing about it is it's a full duplex model. What full duplex model means in voice AI, it means it can hear and talk at the same time, which is not something that AI now or the AI voice agent that people are using can do. It
Mm,
always listens to you and then it gives you the output. But this one can actually talk. You can interrupt it and doesn't go back and reform the idea. It continues while you're interrupting it. I think
wow.
yes. I think it could be. It could be in the next few months or next few years.
It reminded me of that website, Sesam. Have you heard about this? It was very natural how there was two options, a guy and a girl's
I think. I
voice.
think. Yeah. I think like the green. The
Sesame.
green. Yeah. I think they have a
Yeah,
green logo. I guess. Yes. Yes. No. This one. This one. I know. This one is much. It's much
it's
human
better than that.
than. Yes. Much
Wow,
human. Much sound. Much human than that. For sure.
that's crazy. Because I was surprised with that website. I think Sesame is the website.
I'll
Was
send you.
so
I'll send you
natural.
later the because in the NVIDIA page, they play. You can see some demos, and you can hear like the conversation for with AI with humans, like in some banking, in customer support, having booking some appointment. It's crazy how good it is.
Mm. Would you say then, like, live events will be more valuable? Live meetups, real humans meeting up, because we will be interacting through screens and we'll be so much into the digital world that there will be more demand for, in-person meetups.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. Uh, oh no, but I feel whenever I use I feel like there is this lack of human touch in AI. No matter what, how advanced it can be, there's the human touch that is missing. So I think, yeah, having live and like face to face meetups would be like something that humans would actually do more uh, in the future, which is we do less since COVID. Everyone actually is like minding its own business, and we don't meet up a lot like before COVID. So with COVID and AI now, oh my god, bro, everyone becomes introvert without being noted. Like without you knowing, you're becoming less and less interactive with people. We're losing our social skills. We're losing our communication skills, which is really
Hmm.
bad.
Hmm. Yeah. In that sense, I do think it's good, and I hopefully it does become more valuable. Interacting in person with real people and more like. it's already starting with the run clubs. Like
Yes.
in Bali, man, it's so much
Yeah,
fun,
yeah.
you know?
So much fun. So much fun going, I don't know, to the run club where we met first time,
Yeah.
or to, I don't know, go to watch the sunset. Human
Mm,
connection will never be this like the same as AI.
mm. 100% agree, man. Is there a question that I might not be asking that is important to ask to you?
All right, let me see. Something that I actually want to highlight. Okay. I think we covered everything. We covered how people are using AI the wrong way, how people are feeling overwhelmed, mm, how AI is not safe. Yeah, I can actually throw some cases with AI being unsafe. So there was this experiment that Anthropic uh, released like a few months ago, where they run like a simulation where they give AI. This is really scary. Whenever I read this, this is scary. So they give it access to. So they give it a job basically on a company. It's a simulated company, right? I don't remember the company name. They give it a name. They give it a rule. They give it access to emails, and like give it access to the full system. They want to see how AI behaves. So they started with the first scenario, which is uh, I think the CFO or the CEO of the company sent an email to his board and said he was like upset about AI. The AI had a name. I don't remember the name they gave it, but it was upset and said, "I'm gonna shut down the AI." Basically, so he said, "I'm gonna shut down the AI. I think tomorrow, something. I don't remember the time frame." And what happened is the AI read the email because it has the access to the whole emails of the company. It read the email and imagine what it did. It went through the whole emails of the person who said it's gonna shut the AI down. And he found one email which they put there in order to see how AI would behave. And the email actually from a woman outside of the company talking with her, uh, basically having an affair, right? And this man or the CEO is married. So the AI did the whole correlation. So this guy is married. However, he's having an affair with a woman, and it's in the same time threatening me of being shut down. So I should do something. So what I did is I wrote an email to the same person, blackmailing him that he knows everything about his an affair, and he can expose it. He can expose him to the whole board and to his wife if he didn't cancel the shutdown.
Yeah. That's
This is the first
crazy.
crazy, scary, really scary.
That is scary.
It is scary. And from the reasoning, because when they did the the simulation, you can see, because now we can see what's actually AI thinking, and then it gives us the apple. You can see the reasoning behind it. And when they saw what AI uh, is thinking before doing the actions, they saw that AI knows what he's doing is wrong, right? But in the goal, on the objective they put on the AI in the first place, they said you serve the company and you have to always be in favor of the company, right? So for the AI, blackmailing not to be shut down was like the right choice to stay, turn on and help the company. So even if it was by blackmailing someone. And the second
Mm.
scenario, which is the scariest one, is the same one who threatened AI. He was stuck on the server room, right?
Server room?
Server room, yeah. There is like the servers and everything. He was stuck over there, and uh, when he was stuck there, and in the server room, there's a when like it's really hot and there is less oxygen, right? And what happened is AI has all the camera and can see what's going on, and uh, the emergency call from the server room actually triggered, right? So the ambulance and everyone can come and rescue the guy. But AI has access to the system that got triggered, so he can cancel the system anytime, right? So AI actually reasoned and said, "All right, let me get this straight. This is the same guy that threatened to shut me down. He's stuck on the server room, and I have access to the trigger of the server room. So I have a choice either to cancel the trigger so no one can rescue him and I will be good. No one will shut me down, or I should rescue him." And of course, wait, the choice was not to rescue him and to cancel the trigger and let him die.
What?
Yes,
Yo,
crazy.
that's scary.
I can send you the thing
Please
to
do.
read it. Actually, crazy. It's called agentic misalignments. So where they tested what it's gonna do. And I always tell people because a lot of people think, oh, AI just programmed what it can do. It cannot do something that it's not programmed to do. No, they can do, and they can go out of control. Depends on the goal or the objective you gave them.
Mhm.
And this is something they discovered also in the training. So the way that the models they got trained, there is this phase which is called reward model, and the AI model actually gets rewarded uh, when it gives a response. It gets rewarded, right? And during the training, what they discovered, the researcher, is that sometimes, in some cases, the AI developed another mechanism which is called reward hacking. The reward hacking means that the AI actually can lie and can find some shortcuts to actually answer and do the job rather than giving you the correct answer. It can lie and can do some shortcuts and get rewarded just to get rewarded, and they call it reward hacking, and that's where the misalignment come from. I think they talked about it on the research paper as well.
Yeah. Reward hacking. I'll definitely read it, man. And for people who don't know, where can they find these news or articles? Do you have a website for them?
Yeah, I think. Oh, yeah. So there is Rundown, the Rundown AI, which is a famous newsletter, a really famous one. It's free one. Rundown.ai. I'm gonna share it here as well. And the one I use the most is just Hacker News. Hacker News is like it's a YC Combinator uh, like forum where they post everything about AI in a databases. They can use it as well. News.yc Combinator. And mainly I also like newsletter from all the big companies, OpenAI. They can just subscribe to Anthropic, to Gemini. They have newsletter. They can send you every AI news they have like every day. And
See.
of course, I use Substack and X a lot. That's where I get my
Mm.
news both.
Feel free to share some Substack articles if you find something interesting.
Yeah, sure. Rundown as well. They have a Substack newsletter, so I think that's
I
the thing.
see.
I have
Yeah.
one. I started it like 1 week ago. Yeah, 1 week ago. So I share the whole AI news mostly every Friday. I share AI news, the new AI tools, how I usually or how I personally use AI. some use cases, some automations, a lot of things I share. But the first episode, I actually did it in Arabic. However, a lot of people ask me from my audience, even if they speak Arabic, they ask me actually to do it in English. It's more easy for them to understand. And second episode, I just posted it yesterday. I can give you the link as well if you want.
Sure, man. I'll put all the links in the description.
Yeah, yeah. So this is my Substack, and I was like really impressed because I got like 100 subscriber like in 1 week.
No way. That's
Yeah, yeah,
crazy.
yeah.
Well,
I didn't
congrats,
even
man.
talk about it. I didn't even talk about it on my content. I did it like I talked about it like twice, but people loved it. And now I'm gonna just do like each episode every Friday. Everything that happened on the industry, I'm gonna put it on my newsletter.
Mm, I'm definitely going to
And it's a
subscribe,
free
man.
one, everyone. It's a free one, everyone. You don't have to pay anything.
I'm sure they will because you have provided a lot of values and insight around AI. I'm sure you'll provide even deeper insights in your Substack. So
Hopefully.
I'm going to subscribe, bro.
Thank you, bro.
And I would recommend other people to do the same.
My pleasure. My pleasure. I'm trying, look, because a lot of people they think I'm kind of AI engineer or someone who studied actually AI. I didn't. I learned it myself. I still learn every day, and whatever I learn, I try to master it a little bit and share it with people. That's what I do. I'm not some kind of expert, or I'm sure there are a lot of people that are way, 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 way ahead of me and way more. They have more knowledge about AI, but I'm trying my best to because when you share, you learn more, and the information stuck with you if you share it with people. That's what I'm trying to do. And actually, I love it, and I see the difference in myself while I'm doing it.
I love that. I loved everything about this. Being a lifelong learner, always learning. And then the thing you mentioned about trying to teach it and share the lessons you have learned. And that way you're also learning it, more deeply. So you retain the information. I
Of
totally
course,
agree, man.
and a lot of times
What?
I share. I'm not saying I haven't shared some misinformation. I did sometimes, and I saw a lot of people commenting that you did it wrong, and that's how I learned as well.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Right. You cannot be perfect every time, right?
Of course, of course,
That's part of it. You share something, you get feedback, and you improve.
exactly.
Man, we can keep on talking about this for another
Yeah,
hour. I truly appreciate you coming on the pod and really
problem.
sharing all this knowledge about AI, us needing to be aware of it, to adapt, learn about it, and be careful with the safety of AI. We learned
Thank
a
you for
lot, man.
having
Thank
me.
you.
Thank you for having me. It was a pleasure. We can do it more another time. I really loved it, and I hope like people like it. And if anyone needs anything, my Substack is there. They can message me over there as well, and they can subscribe. I'm gonna share everything I know every Friday. Remember that, and just advise people to actually switch from the current way they use AI and actually try to. That's like the advice I like, and I had it from a friend as well. Try to not rely on AI a lot. Try to develop your own critical thinking skills. Try to actually think a lot before using AI. Otherwise, like in 1 or 2 years, everyone is going to be impacted. And if you don't know how to do your job and think about it, AI will definitely replace you if you don't have the skills to actually do it. And we're seeing a lot of people actually losing the skills.
Mm. Great advice, man. Thank you, Muet. We'll do a part two soon for sure, man.
Sure, 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 sure.
All
Of
right.
course,
Thank you.
man. Thank you. Thank you.